the breaking point, why they are ready to break all the rules for you. Y'all, I'm getting the energy that both of you, or maybe one person, I don't know, maybe sat down and drew a line in the sand, right? So you agreed to the space, the silence, the rules of this separation, is what I'm getting here. And maybe you thought it was the spiritual thing to do, but guess what? The universe has other plans. That's the energy that I'm picking up on, you guys. So I'm getting here that today we're like looking at why your person is reaching this breaking point, okay? And where the rules are starting to feel like maybe a cage, okay? And the void between you has definitely, I feel like, become an unbearable weight, okay? Now I feel like that may be for both, okay? But we're going to take a look and see here, all right? But this is the energy that I'm picking up on, okay? So I feel like they are realizing that no logical agreement can contain a soul frequency this intense, okay? Y'all, welcome back. Thank you so much, as always, for stopping by. You guys, this is a general message. As always, please remember to only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Always use your discernment and your intuition, you guys. So I'm getting here. Let's get into the meat of this, okay? Because I feel like the current state, okay, with this person, and it's just somebody could be experiencing like some type of, I feel like, or feeling that internal rebellion type of energy. And we have here, this is what somebody is maybe trying to work through, okay? So we do have this Two of Air showing up here, right? And then look at this, we got the Four of Air showing up. All right, so this is someone I feel like that is like in like this state of maybe just maybe thinking is what I'm getting here, okay? It's like currently I feel like your person is like, maybe it looks like on the surface peace, okay? But underneath, it's like this mental imprisonment is what I'm getting here, okay? This is someone that's been trying to stay still. You see that? Yeah. I feel like because this energy here, okay, is that it's that agreement that you both made that is like weighing heavily, okay? I feel like, or it's one person. This could be somebody that's ruminating over what you said, right? You know, I'm getting, it's like the pact to stay at a crossroads and not move forward with each other is definitely like sticking in this person's psyche, is what I'm getting here, you guys. Now, what I'm getting here is that if you look at the tension, that's what I'm getting here with these cards, okay? So they are blindfolding themselves. You see that? Yeah, so I'm getting here to their own heart just to keep their word with you, right? So it's like, it's kind of like they're trying to ignore these emotions because they want to stay true to you and give you like the space that you need, okay? But child, this is wearing thin. That's the energy that I'm getting, right? So it's I'm getting like just something about the restraint. It's like it's getting more difficult, right, for this person, okay? So, and it's not like in a bad way, but it's almost like wanting to communicate, wanting to really, talk to you, okay? On that level, even though maybe you guys are still in some type of communication, it could be like light contact versus that no contact, but at the same time, they want something else. So I'm getting here, they are realizing that respecting your boundaries, y'all, has become like a form of self torture, okay? Because every fiber in their being is screaming to reach out, all right? So I feel like this is, IAS, this is a message for someone, yeah. Okay? It's like what they need you to know type of energy, okay? So let's take a closer look here at the this current internal conflict, right? That this person is in while they're in this void, okay? I'm getting here, you see that? So, wow, the Bell card showing up. Look at that. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Air. So you see all of this energy here is surrounding this thought process, right? I'm getting here their mindset, where this person is at, okay? Now, this is where, you guys, it gets heavy. Mm-hmm. It gets to this energy, okay, with this card here. All right. So it shows that they feel trapped, okay? That's what I'm getting here. By the very rules that they help create. So it's kind of like somebody feels like, wow, they gave you maybe what they thought that you wanted or something like that, but now they're wrestling with it in their mind, okay? So, and even for some of you guys, this could be like something that was maybe a court order, maybe something with the separation. I'm getting that, right? Okay. Because it's like, I feel like there's some type of rules. So that could be something that you set in place, or that could be something to whereas there was some type of intervention, or like, I'm hearing like maybe a third party was like involved in creating that, right? But be that as it may, you guys, they are struggling with this, okay? Now, I feel like this is someone that maybe you seen them and was like, oh, so they really didn't maybe like want to fight for the connection, or maybe they just, you felt like they were letting things go. You would have thought that they would have put more effort in. This is what they're struggling with beneath the surface, because I feel like they maybe thought they were giving you what you wanted. Y'all, okay? So I'm getting here, this is showing me that, and like I said, this is where it gets deep, okay? So that energy of them feeling that they feel they can't reach out because they gave their word. So they see you as seeing them with someone with this, I'm getting here, impeccable restraint when it comes to this, right? And they don't want to change how you view them, right? But at the same time, this is rough for them, okay? So I'm getting here that with this energy here showing up, all right, this in this reading, it isn't about toxicity. So that's not at all what I'm getting here, okay? Because I feel like for some of you guys, it was an amicable agreement, or at least it felt that way, okay? But it's about magnetic primal attraction that cannot be broken by a conversation, an agreement, something about signing on the dotted line or whatever it was. You know what I mean? All of this fine print and stuff, that cannot change what is there, okay? So I'm getting here, or even by a breakup, right? So the silence is acting like, I'm getting here a vacuum, okay? Pulling them toward you like with force. They can no longer fight, okay? So they are obsessing over the void, okay? It's like I feel like it's just like constant, like this, again, it's like this hyper fixated on this space that they're in. Now, I feel like because it's like that you're not there. That's it. Or at least the way you were, right? And they want you right back where you were. Or they want things. You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened here. Intuitively Awakened Starseed, right? Because there is something, there's a very deep connection beneath the surface here is what I'm picking up on here, okay? Now, I'm getting that they are replaying like the moment maybe you both agreed, or it was like maybe you said, okay, I'm just going to detach or something like that. And it was like they're like thinking about that, okay? Maybe thinking like maybe they should have done more, maybe they shouldn't have, you know, it's almost like feeling like they granted you something, right? Even though free will is at play always, right? But they felt like, I feel like this is someone that is feeling like they could have changed something, if they would have did something different at that moment. So it's like kind of like different scenarios. They keep looking at it, right? It's almost like watching it on a camera. They're seeing themselves doing something differently on the camera, right? Or just I'm seeing here, just looking at the turn of events, okay, that led up to this separation, okay? Now, I'm getting here that they it's like they are feeling a deep soul level regret for ever saying yes to the distance, right? Or just being silent, okay? So again, this could have been something that, you know, both of you guys came together on and, you know, they went along with it. Or this could actually be something to where, as you said, what you had to say, and they just let things happen. They stayed like, you know, I feel like they thought they were in your flow, right? So I feel whatever took place, IAS, I feel like this person does have your happiness at the forefront, okay? I feel like there was something, a mistake or something like that that got you in this space, but this is where they're at now. And I almost feel like this person is speaking through me, or it's like spirit is saying this is what you need to know, because maybe I'm not getting maybe collective. I do feel like you're picking up on this energy, but you could be trying to make sense of it. And that's why you're guided to this message, right? Yeah, because maybe, you know, it's something that you put in place and you're like, well, you don't want to look like maybe you're reneging on an agreement or going back on, you know, what you said, or you don't want to look like your boundaries are weak, but at the same time, you're feeling drawn. So this could definitely be, you know, that two-way street is what I'm getting here, okay? Now I'm getting here that breaking point, right? So let's take a look at a few more cards here, you guys, because I am seeing here, look at that, we do have the energy of the Tower showing up, right? So surprise, right? So and also too, we do have, look at this, so we, Knight of Air. Somebody is doing a lot of overthinking here, okay? You guys, here is the shift right here. This is it, okay? So it's hitting their logic, the mental construct, right, of what I'm getting of, you know, it's like somebody, it's like we're separated, or we're really in separation type of energy. That's what I'm getting. So it's like it's collapsing. They can't maintain the facade of being okay. All right? So this is like someone I'm getting here that it's like they are, it's kind of like in their own energy, but it's like I'm the tears, okay? This is something that is very painful for this person, okay? So there could be an element of, you know, depression, sadness, anxiety, you know, thinking about the past, and then also, you know, looking at the future, and, you know, not being able to imagine you being on that future path, that journey with them, right? Yeah, so I feel like it's wrecking them on some type of level, right? So I'm getting here that they can't, it's like you look at who's flying out, right? You see this, okay? So that, you know, that energy right here, this is the energy of the breaking the rules. So whatever you know, you say, okay, we're going to go ahead, we're going to do it this way, and that's just how it's got to be type of energy. Or if this is something that to whereas there was some type of mediation or something like that, to whereas this is where, and especially when there's other people involved or other, I'm getting here, um, I feel like, you know, I just heard representation or something like that. So there could have been some legal things going on here. But when there's other, you know, people or places or things involved on a very official level, it's like, you know, you don't want to look like, oh, somebody's crying wolf or something like that. But then again, it's like these emotions are so deep, right? So this is all about, you know, just feeling those those feelings here in this earth realm experience, intuitively awakened starseed. So yeah, I'm getting here that they're not okay with these rules anymore. Okay. And you know, it's like, and this is somebody, I don't feel like this is somebody that is, you know, trying to, you know, like not be like a law abiding person or something like that. Okay. But I am getting here that as far as what this, it's kind of like somebody just wants to rip the paper up and throw it in the air. Okay. Or they just want to say, okay, void this, you know, it was, you know, something was completely erroneous, we don't need to do this type of energy, right? That's what I'm getting here. All right, it was, they feel like this was a mistake. So I'm getting here that this person is going to stop overthinking maybe that agreement and start acting on impulse. Now this is not something I feel like that is bad. Now, okay, this is the part where your discernment comes in, okay? Because every situation is not different. This may not be your message, okay? But when I'm saying this is that I feel like they are, it's like they're coming into like in fast to break the silence because the internal pressure has reached like this boiling point on a passionate level. All right. So your presence is definitely missed. All right. I do feel like, you know, people may be noticing that this person is withdrawing. They're not acting themselves, right? Somebody is like maybe down in the dumps, right? You know, and it's like, I feel like because this person, you know, and it's, this is their way of coming up out of this, okay? So I feel like they would rather risk being wrong, right? To, I'm getting whatever system, okay, or whomever was involved, or, you know, even just, you know, in general, letting you, like, being wrong to you, right? That's what I'm getting here because it's right. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? So I'm getting here, it's like they would rather do that than spend one more night in this energy of kind of like isolation. That's being without you, right? Child, I heard them nights is kind of lonely, which you done did. Okay. So, yeah. So, you guys, let's take a look here and see what else we get here in these cards here. Okay. Because, oh, wow. Okay. So, look at that. There we are. So, judgment coming up, right? So, this energy here, you guys, Paramount. So, something about the moment, this is like a turning point, a rebirth, potentially something's happening here for your connection, a literal wake up call. They are rising up out of this stagnant energy of your agreement and realizing that some rules are meant to be broken. And I feel like this is somebody that is very, you know, laid back, very good person and things like that. But I do feel like there is a passion here that somebody is going to very much act on and, you know, break this silence or something like that. Or this energy that you guys are in, because again, maybe it's not just, you know, not talking or something like that, but they want to be back in that energetic flow romantically with you. Let's be clear. Okay. So I'm getting here that this is, the I feel like what you were waiting on to see from this person. So for some of you guys, this could be an energy where you were pulling back because you felt as though they weren't all in, intuitively awakened starseed, right? So because maybe they weren't showing the passion and things like that, but I feel like that's what you're going to see, okay? They are coming to tell you that the silence was a mistake, okay? That's what I'm getting. All right. They are ready to admit that the boundary, y'all, was actually just a wall, and they're ready to tear that wall down. Yes. Okay. That's the energy that I'm getting here. So if you felt this, I feel like this tower energy building in your own spirit, that's not a coincidence, okay? Because I feel like there's a telepathic type of connection that you do share, and you're picking up on this person's energy, right? It's your counterpart is what I'm getting here, okay? So of course you would pick up on that, right? So I'm getting here, know that the collective shift is here, right? So don't feel the need to fix this for them. No. Allow them to be the one to break the rules that they helped write, okay? Now, I'm getting here, it is part of their growth to choose you over maybe their own logic, okay? That's what I'm getting. So this is like really deep here, and this is like definitely, I'm getting here giving ascension for the other person, right? So, because it's almost like this could have been avoided, but then it was like they had to go along with like that logical mind type of energy instead of their heart. But now this is someone that's going to be leading with their heart, you guys. So let's get a few more cards here and see what we get. This message got really deep, you guys, okay? Yeah, so let's just get a few more. Oh, I didn't mean for it to go this long, okay? Yeah, so I'm getting here magnetic energy, pulling them out of this void with you, okay? Yeah. What else do we have here? That internal rebellion. No. What else do we have here? Yeah, something's unfolding currently. That's what I'm getting in this person's energy. Look at that. Yep. And it's all about the void of your presence. You see that? Oh, come on now. Yes. What else we got here? Please give us more. Please give us one more, y'all. What else we got? Okay, so something's being unbound when it comes to love with you and this person, okay? And there's something being transmuted in this energy, okay? And I'm getting here return to innocence, right? So that space that you once were in. You guys, I'm going to leave this message here. Thank you guys, as always, so much for stopping by. Please make sure that you do like, subscribe, share, hype this video up. I would love to have you here at the Vibe Tribe, Intuitively Awakened Starseed Rare Breeds. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys for your next message. Until next time, guys, take care. Love ya. Bye.